Falche. Can you say falche? That's welcome in the Scottish Gaelic language. Welcome to Patrika's Little Star. Facts that are fast, fun, and keep you happy. Today is Thursday, September 21st, 2017, and here are today's matters for chatter. Number 1. The International Day of Peace is celebrated around the world every year on September 21st, today. The theme for this year is Together for Peace, Respect, Safety, and Dignity for All. It's a globally shared date for all human beings to strive for peace above all differences and to contribute to building a culture of peace. It seems so natural, but when we hear about many things happening in the world today, it does remain very important to remind everyone. But forget everyone else. Peace starts from within. Number 2. We have talked about people going around the globe in airplanes and ships and setting world records. Now, a Scottish cyclist, Mark Beaumont, has set another world record of successfully going around the globe on his bicycle in just 79 days. That's over 16 hours of cycling a day. He traveled for around 29,000 kilometers, covering 16 countries during his journey, and broke the previous record of 123 days. He was inspired by the famous book Around the World in 80 Days by author Jules Verne. You must be wondering, bicycling around the world? How is that done? Well, he cycled across Europe, Russia, Mongolia, and China, and then crossed Australia to New Zealand, then finally crossed North America and finishing Portugal, Spain, and Paris. Phew, that is around the world, and in only 79 days. Number 3. Researchers have discovered an underwater city of octopuses consisting of pilings of shells and holes dug into the sand. There are about 15 octopuses at the site, which is located off the coast of Australia. The city has been named Atlantis and is located a few meters away from the first such site discovered in 2009. That was named Octopuses. The finding is significant because octopus is generally considered to be a lonely animal. But with this site, there is new evidence that they are not necessarily loners and do interact with each other. It's funny that as humans, we try to understand everything else to an extent that we try to know them better than themselves. And now for today's mega matter. Do you remember the TV show Powerpuff Girls? Well, how many sisters are the Powerpuff Girls? 3? We all actually thought it was 3, but now there's a twist in the story. Cartoon Network has added an older sibling to the trio in the reboot of the cartoon series. Bliss is the long-lost older sister of the Powerpuff Girls, Blossom, Buttercup, and Bubbles. She has several powers like flight, teleportation, telekinesis, and super strength. What? Teleportation is when you can be transported from one place to another without actually having to travel there. You just automatically reach there. Telekinesis is when you actually move other things from the power of your mind, not by physically picking it up and moving it. Remember Matilda by Roald Dahl? Bliss is quite a different name from the other Powerpuffs. Maybe this is a quality that the showmakers are trying to instill in children. What's commendable is how entertainment is evolving to be more relevant and responsible for what they're displaying to children. That's the key. Today's word of the day is superpowers. These are special qualities that we think only superheroes have, but we all have some. While flying may not be achievable, if we meditate and focus on something, we get to control a lot more. And finally, for today's quote of the day, it's not who I am underneath, but what I do that defines me. That's a quote by famous superhero Batman. Thank you for listening, and do send us your questions and comments via WhatsApp, or you can email us at diptyauntie@gmail.com. Take care, lots of love, Diptyauntie. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, do you know how loved you are?